Bhagavan Sri Ram called his ministers. He informed Vasishtji, the Guru, about the coming of Durvasa Muni, the message of Kala, and his own vow. Shri Vasisht and the ministers said, "We have known through the eye of knowledge about the separation from Lakshman that had been ordained in days of yore. Do not violate thy vow. Abandon Lakshmana at once. If thou shouldest break thy promise, dharma will be destroyed. And if dharma is destroyed, all the three worlds will be destroyed." The Guru was quoting or remembering the statement from the Manusmriti, Dharmo rakshati rakshitaha. Dharma protects those who uphold dharma. You are the upholder of all the worlds. Abandon Lakshmana and protect the world. Then Shri Ram said, "Lakshman, go wherever you will. Let there be no destruction of virtue." Lakshman then prostrated before Bhagavan Sri Ram and went to the banks of the Sarju river, and there he abandoned his body. Ramchandraji then said to his ministers and to his Guru Vasisht that I will install Bharat as the king today, and I will follow my brother Lakshman. Bharat declined to accept the kingship, and he said, "Brother, wherever you go, I will follow you. Install Love and Kush as the kings of Ayodhya." The subjects of Ayodhya were grief-stricken at the impending departure of their beloved Sri Ram. One of the greatest and most beloved of the avatars was about to leave the planet. And all those who participated in this grand Ram Leela all accompanied Bhagavan Sri Ram, and all of them entered the river Sarju and abandoned their bodies. This then brings devotees to an end the Uttarakhand and the Ramayana. Let us now give attention to what is called Ram Rajya, a very important part of the Uttarakhand. Ram Rajya is the reign of Sri Ram. Why was the reign of Ram called Ram Rajya? Ramchandraji was a leader without blemish, a leader with impeccable character. Ramchandraji was Maryada Purushottama. He was a Prema Murti. He was an ideal son, an ideal brother, an ideal husband, an ideal friend, and an ideal king. Ram can be taken to embody the highest ideals of man. He led an ideal life of a householder to teach humanity. He ruled his people in such a way that today we call his reign Ram Rajya, meaning a rule of righteousness, the rule which bestows on all happiness and prosperity. Often Ramchandraji used to say, "I will do anything and everything to please my subjects, and if necessary, I can even abandon Sita for their sake," which is what he did. Sita represented his personal life, and he was prepared to subordinate his personal life to the welfare of his subjects. Once you take up a leadership position, your dharma is to take care of those who follow you at the expense of your personal life. We know very well how today leaders will use the public funds to enhance their personal life, whereas Ramchandraji was prepared to subdue, abandon personal life in favor of his subjects. Ram Rajya was based on truth. Dharma was its foundation. Shastras were the guiding principles. Rishis, yogis, munis, and Brahmagyanis were the guiding light. The Vedas were respected and followed. Therefore, Ram Rajya endured and prospered. And it's even now spoken of as the most perfect form of government. And as we are looking at Ram Rajya, devotees, think of what you and I go through today. The government of Shri Ram was an ideal one. His kingdom was free from evildoers, thieves, and dacoits. People did not put locks to the doors nor bars to their windows. Friends, before we have Ram Rajya in the world, let's have Ram Rajya in ourselves. When each one of us covers ourselves into a walking, talking, moving Ram Rajya, then the entire world will be converted into one huge Ram Rajya. The essentials of Ram Rajya have been wonderfully laid before us in the Ramayan. Truth, purity, an indomitable will to conquer evil, an unshakable faith in and adherence to dharma, obedience, forbearance, sympathy and love, these constitute Shri Ram. With the birth of these qualities in our hearts, undoubtedly Bhagwan Shri Ram will enthrone himself in our hearts. The Ramayan is replete with lessons which every one of us should learn and assimilate. Ramchandraji is seen always with his bow and arrow. This symbolizes his alertness and readiness to fight against iniquity and thus establish justice and peace. Iniquity will always be there in this world. By his example, Ram gives humankind strength and conviction to fight it. We ought not to be weak and accept unrighteousness passively. We have to rise actively against anything that is inconsistent or contrary to dharma. That is called aggressive goodness. Ram, Krishna, all our deities wielded weapons which symbolized this quality that man needs to develop. They stand for righteousness and oppose and destroy all that is unrighteous. Thus, friends, throughout the Ramayan, all that is unrighteous is opposed. There are several such actions and anecdotes expressing the divine brilliance of the ideal personality of Bhagwan Shri Ram. Let us conclude, friends, with the following meditation. Yatra yatra Raghunatha Kirtanam Tatra tatra Kritamastakанjali Vashpavari Paripurnalochanam Marutim Namata Rakshasantakam. Meaning, Wherever the glories of Raghunath are sung, there, with hands held over his beloved head in salutation and eyes filled with tears, Maruti, Bhakta Hanuman is present. I salute Maruti, who puts an end to the Rakshasas. Om Apadamapahartaram Dataram Sarvasampadam Lokabhiramam Shri Ramam Bhuyo Bhuyo Namamyaham. Meaning, I bow repeatedly to Bhagavan Shri Ram, the one who is most beautiful in the world, the one who wards off sorrow and blesses his devotees with all the necessary resources. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti Om. Devotees, tomorrow we are going to conclude our Ramayana Week program, and in tomorrow's discourse we are going to look at what you and I can take from the Ramayana as object lessons for our own life. How the Ramayana can enhance our lives so that you and I can find the Ram within ourselves in this very birth. Jai Shri Ram. एक बार बोलो सिया रामचंद्र भगवान की जय.